Hey everyone, welcome to the Virtual Audiences Masterclass week. This is a masterclass that is going to teach you how to transform your online sessions into incredible audience experiences. I'm so happy to have all of you here with me today. Welcome everyone to the session. This is going to be a very special masterclass. Look at us, TV. We have Luana, Jasper, Robin, and everyone else, Jeffy, that is joining us today. Welcome. I'm so glad to have you all here. My name is Felipe. I am the founder of Inside the Show, the program that teaches you how to create highly engaging interactive virtual audience experiences. And what you're going to learn here is what works for us, what gets the audience hooked, what makes us confident to present, and what makes the most impact in your virtual sessions to make a professional looking interactive live virtual experiences. Starting today, we are going to redefine how you present online. We are going to create an amazing experience. We are creating amazing things this week, so get excited. This is not going to be about just getting a nice slide or a smooth attack. This is a different way to run your presentations all together. Because let me ask you this. Have you ever done a presentation where you felt like something was missing? I mean, your slides were clear, the text didn't crash, you still, at the end, something felt a little bit off, missing. If you're like most people, at some point, you will click on the share screen button and shrink to the corner of the screen for one long, everlasting hour or more. And we've all done that, right? That's what we know, that's what we are familiar with. Clicking that share screen button, that's what we do every day on meetings. But here's the thing, the moment that you press that button and you shrink to the corner of the screen, you lose the audience's attention. It's something that people cannot, like, even if you have the best content in the world, it's going to be something that is going to get in the way of your content, of how you present. And the virtual world is a world full of possibilities. Everyone, everywhere, you can meet anyone, everywhere, in no time. And the fact that we are here live right now is a proof of that. Like, for example, I want to ask you guys this. So come close to the chat and tell me in the chat, where are you guys joining from? I'm curious to know. Look at that map getting flooded with all the cities that you guys are typing in the chat. That's fantastic, that's amazing. But here's the thing, the fact that how easy it is, it creates a side effect as well, because we are immersed in a meeting culture. Talking heads, cameras off, endless and necessary calls. And this is a problem because you are running a workshop, your training sessions, your group coaching, your keynote in the same place that people are running their sessions, their meetings. These platforms, all of them are optimized for meetings, for status updates, for alignment calls. This is designed for the meeting industry, the very same industry you want to escape from. So what you need you to do is to burn the meeting room environment, is to create something that is not a meeting room environment, because the meeting room environment is not going to work for you. I mean, don't burn it quite literally, it can be a little bit dangerous. But what you need to do, because the problem isn't your content, the problem is your format. The format that you're delivering the content is something that's like, you're doing things that are for meetings. What you need to do is create an online stage. Have you ever been in a situation like you were following a session and then after some time the presenter clicked on the wrong button, the slides go out of full screen and you can see that there are 124 slides to go, right? And it's really, really annoying because you're there for the content, but you see, oh my God, there's so much content to go, I can't stand it anymore. Well, you don't want that to happen in your session. So today we're going to flip and take back the stage. You're not presenting a meeting in a meeting room. You're creating a live, interactive experience, one that feels alive. You're not here to learn how to present. You're here to redefine what it means to grab your audience attention and retain it online. And it's not about text for text sake. This is about flow. This is about confidence. This is about connection. And when you know what's going to happen, you show up differently. Right? Like when you know that you can press a button and what you want is the information you want is gonna appear on screen, the scene that you wanna go is gonna transition into, the video that you wanna share is gonna play, the screen that you wanna share is gonna appear. When you know that everything is streamlined, the audience feels it. Your message lands way deeper. And this is what this week is for. So today, you will start working on your own sessions. You will leave not just with ideas, but actual things implemented. Your sessions structured, your workshops set up, your workflows ready to go. And by the end of the week, you will be ready to run a super interactive and engaging experience. So how this is going to work? We have a lot of things going on during this week. This is not just about the live sessions. You have access to amazing community, the Inside the Show community. So right here, you guys all that registered for the masterclass have access to the community. And we opened the Inside the Show community for you guys for 1 week. We are opening lots of resources directly from Inside the Show to help you get out of this week with something really amazing. In the first place that you are going to look at is the onboarding. The onboarding is simple. You just click in here and you answer 3 questions. Once you do that, you are going to unlock the resources vault right here. The resource vault is going to give you every single day. We are going to release a different resource for you. Right now, there is one already available for you to go. This is the guide to prepare Zoom for virtual experiences because, as I just said, these platforms, they are optimized for meeting. This was made for the meeting industry. So you need to adjust a few things in order to really create something for a presentation. So that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna go to onboarding and you are gonna do that. Now, we also have an app. So if you go right now to the App Store, to the Google Play Store, you are going to see the Inside the Show app. The Inside the Show app is our community. It's a brand new app that we released for members, so we are opening up for you guys as well. It's Inside the Show on the Google Play Store and on the Apple Store. And here you can see the event calendar for each event that is to come. You can see our announcements, and we have a few more surprises for you that are going to be unlocked along the way. So if you want to make sure that you are not missing anything and you are getting notifications, or even if you can use the resources we're going to be sharing on your phone, you can download the app. Everything that is in the app will be on the community as well. It's just for convenience. If you want to have it in your hands, watch the materials, resources on the app, on your phone, on the go, right? Because this is just 1 week. So when you will have time to catch up with everything, take the maximum of everything. If you put it on your phone, you're going to have the best chance. And we will have a support team ready to help you during the entire week. So on the community environment as well, you are going to see this area here that is Ask Felipe and the team. And this area is where you can ask any question that you want. So if you get stuck on anything, you just go ahead and click on Ask Felipe and the team, and we are going to help you out throughout this entire week. And I don't want you guys to take it lightly. I'm getting the team that is behind Inside the Show support, and I'm putting it for free for 1 week to get you up and running. This is really a hands-on week. We're going to give you exercise, we're going to give you materials, resources, tools, support, so that you can get out of this week with something amazing. So make use of that, because this is very, very valuable. And as you might already have noted, you can click on reactions and choose an emoji. So if you're liking the session, you can send a heart and I will see it flying here on screen. I also invite you guys to turn on your camera, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with you guys appearing on screen and all. And I'm going to ask you guys lots of things so you guys can participate in the chat as well. So send messages in the chat so we can follow along. And if you need to Like if you want to concentrate and you don't want to see the chat and these messages popping up all the time, you can actually disable the preview both on the phone and on the computer. On the computer, you're going to click on this little arrow, and then you're going to deactivate this show option right here. On the phone, you can click on the chat, then the chat's going to open, and on the top right corner, you can click on this little icon right here. It will be a bell for an iPhone, 3 dots for the Android, and you can deactivate the notifications right there. Here's the thing. This is not your regular masterclass. And I think we do have people, I have read the chat, I think we do have people that are coming from previous masterclass, that has seen previous masterclass. So I want to ask you guys, who have been through a previous masterclass? Say me in the chat if it's you. I'm curious to see how many of you guys are. Look at that. We have a ton of people participating for the second time. This is amazing. This is really amazing. Awesome. So these guys can tell you how awesome and how valuable this is going to be. And for you guys repeating members, repeating guests of the masterclass, we have a few surprises for you on store, so you are gonna love it. And it's important to say that this is not just about the live sessions. The live sessions is one point of it. This is also about, this is not also, but this is about the week. It's about the hands-on, how hands-on we are going to get to the support materials, this actual one-on-one support that we're going to give you on the community, and everything that's going to happen. So this is really the week for you to invest on your presentation. So participate, and I can guarantee you will get out of this week with your sessions at a whole other level of connection, engagement, flow, and a broadcast level quality that people will think you have a team behind, and you will actually be doing everything by yourself. If you commit, you will do things that in your industry no one has seen before. I promise you that. No matter what is your level of experience and what is your field, I can confidently say that this is going to be truly transformational, because the same methods and workflows that we're going to use here, the same methods and workflows that we use with Inside the Show members, people from all over the world, from all levels, and from all kinds of experiences in every single industry that you can think of.
Hi, everyone. I am Mandy Dolene, a self-development expert and founder of Feeling Sell.
Hey, my name is Leo, and I'm an innovation trainer and speaker. I love being able to engage audiences differently than other presenters.
Hi, my name is Tanya White. I hold one-on-one meetings, workshops, master classes.
My name is Ian Shen, and I use Zoom and OBS for private mindset coaching and hypnosis sessions, as well as teaching masterclasses to leaders who want to be more charismatic and impactful in their communication.
I'm Dorothy Tannehill-Moore. I'm a certified sound therapist.
I'm Bianca, and I'm an accent coach for people who want to speak English more clearly and confidently for business or personal reasons.
Hi there, I'm Robin, and through a series of communications mastery programs, I help people to communicate better, be more heard, feel more seen, to build better relationships in business and at home through clearer communication and understanding.
I am Juago. I'm a teacher from Chile, and I prepare students using Zoom and YouTube to deliver engaging lessons.
Hi, I'm Emily Laidlaw of Your Tutoring Solutions. I tutor students over Zoom and over Qualago. I make videos for teachers, and I coach teachers in how to be more effective either online or in the area of teaching reading.
Hello everyone, I'm Adriano Barbosa. I'm a doctor in behavioral analysis, a professor, researcher, and supervisor. By learning a lot of techniques during the program, I was able to increase the quality of my presentations so much.
Hello everyone, my name is Francesco, and I run live sessions on Zoom and YouTube, teaching my students and anyone else who is interested about our local building codes.
My name is Vin. I teach communication skills online, and we actually do use it in our business, and it has completely transformed the way we're able to deliver virtual experiences.
By the end of this week, you're going to be doing things that people don't even realize is possible. You will learn magic because everything that we're doing this week, the flow, the tools, the way that we run the sessions by ourselves, it all started with magicians. Maybe you already know this. The founding members of Inside the Show are magicians. And magicians, like no one else, they must connect. If they fail to engage, if they fail to connect, the trick doesn't land and the moment falls flat. Magic only works when there is engagement, seamless connection, and smooth control, which is exactly three things that we want as well. And when pandemic hit, I was involved in a group of magicians using my skills as a motion designer and engineer to create tricks, actually magic effects, how they call it, because they don't like us to call it tricks. And when pandemic hit, I saw the magicians going online, and I knew what they were capable of, but the delivery was way off, really not engaging, really not interactive, and like they had to do this all by themselves. So I started to get obsessed with how to deliver a virtual show, something that was interactive and engaging and magical by itself. And this became something really great because we started doing things that no one has ever seen before. We created a new way to present online. We created an industry and doing things that still today people think are impossible.
Bienvenidos, damas y caballeros. Vamos a comenzar ahora y...
I'm going to see how you look like. Hello there. If you go there, hello.
Louise, plus or minus?
So I'm going to bring you down to my table.
Okei. Teille, hei, teidän ajatukset oli täysin samalla aallonpidolla ja yleisökuvin. Hei.
And these magicians, they were doing all of these live, everything that you just saw, it was happening live with live participants. And when other people saw that, they were like, I want that as well. I want my sessions to be like that. I want my workshop, my keynote to be something like that too. And then people started joining Inside the Show and they were not performers and magicians anymore. And this was when the real magic happened. We discovered that the same structure that worked for virtual shows also worked for workshops, webinars, training sessions to create something really, really engaging. We were creating an online stage. Just like in person, you would be on a conference room, you would have a stage, and we were creating an online stage because you're not doing a meeting on a meeting room. We really cracked the code of what makes a great online experience, what makes it high quality, highly interactive, and engaging. We created tools, we created workflows, and you're gonna have a lot of access this week to things that we have never shared before. So even if you are repeating this masterclass for the first time, we're doing and sharing some tools that we have never shared before. So you just watch out for that. And we are transforming regular meetings into incredible online experience that elevates our content. And the key is building it like a show, with a pre-show entrance, with animations, with cameras, creating something engaging. These really changed the way that we present online. And this week, the same methods we built to create these incredible experiences, you are going to see in action. You're gonna not just see, but you're gonna get your hands on and experiment it in action. And these are things that still today, people have no idea is possible. Take a look at what members are doing today. Now we're talking.
Oh, shit.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome
to you, to next year. Let's make it.
All right. Welcome to Breaking Barriers, everybody. I call it Einstein.
All right, have a look at this. This is the vibe.
Oh my gosh.
Un último ejemplo con este programa justamente.
and then the air is going out at the same time. So
Hey, I love all the love that's coming through. This is beautiful. That's what we're going to talk about as well during our time together.
now let's really master these things.
I love it. I love it. Can you do that again? Your mind will be blowing just like that. There you go.
All the way, go. Folks, let's hear it up for Sharon!
Thank you to all of you for actually showing up to this crazy thing. And no, this is not your standard, typical magic show.
And
Bro, you take Zoom to a new level. I love it. It's inspiring me.
And let's just celebrate that with a little confetti, shall we?
Okay, I'll leave you with that. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
So this week, we are going to work on a level of production that you only see in the show business usually, through experiences that engage, that impresses, and that people won't believe is happening live. And a lot of people actually think that this is not live, often think that this is not live. So I actually want to invite you guys to wave at the camera so we can see all of you here live right now. Look at that. All of you, your beautiful faces. This is like we are doing a kind of production that people really doubt that this is happening live. So especially for us when we are talking about teaching live experiences, it's and for you as well that wanted to create something that is really interactive, like Benjamin Punk is saying here, is it live? There is always someone that asks if this is live, but we are on the Tuesday, 27th of May, 2025, and we have 584 people live right now. So there you go. There's no better proof that this is happening live. And this is happening live, but the things that we are doing actually, they also work offline. So if you want to record your YouTube videos, if you want to record your training tutorials or anything like that, you can actually use these tools and save a lot of time, because instead of going through editing, you can actually press some buttons and have the graphics and the screens and whatever you want appear on screen and get going with it. So this is the way that I record all my tutorials and all my training materials, because it's so easy. I don't have to edit it afterwards. And whether you are looking into using it online or offline, you're going to get a lot of value, a ton of value out of this week. You're going to learn how to structure and plan a presentation to run as smoothly and magically as a show. And by the end of it, you will have a broadcast level studio in your pocket. So let's start structuring our presentations. To create an experience, not just another meeting, you need to approach your session differently. You cannot approach it like a meeting. You have to approach it as an online stage. So we have created a method that is called DIF, D-I-F, which stands for delivery, interaction, and flow. These are the three key things that we do. Everything that we do here inside the show, everything that you are going to experience this week is designed over delivery, interaction, and flow. And each part of this framework, the DIF, plays a specific role in creating a session that feels dynamic, engaging, and smooth for both you and the audience. And today, we are going to focus on the delivery, because your content is only as good as the delivery as well. So content is two things. It's twofold. It's delivery and it's content. If you have a great content, but the delivery is not matching it, you're not going to deliver your best. And if you have a great content and now you enhance the delivery, which is what we are working on this week, you're going to deliver something amazing. And delivery is having different ways to show up your content. Like instead of sharing the screen, showing your slides on screen like that and removing them when you don't need it anymore, is using an overhead camera so that you can demonstrate all the things that are useful. Is using different camera angles so that you can create more engaging interactions. My ObsBot is not tracking me right, but there you go. No, it's tracking, I think. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's tracking. So this is content delivery. Is having different ways to deliver your content, like with animations, overlays, is making it more engaging to watch. And we will start hands-on building your very first scene of your stage style presentation. You're going to learn how to leverage the beginning of the session to create what on Inside the Show we call a pre-show. Because the experience starts even before the session starts. And this is the most critical part of your presentation and very often overlooked. Because normally people just start the session by turning on the camera and then just a few people have arrived, so you try to say hello, but no one turns it on their camera. So you have to decide if you're going to turn off your camera, if you're going to leave it on. Then you want to look at your slides, but people are looking at you. This is weird. This creates like this awkward moment. This creates anxiety on the very moment that you want to be in a connection with your audience. This has a tremendous impact. When you use a pre-show, it has a tremendous impact on both you and your audience. It increases your confidence because you don't look like weird, like waiting for the session to start for people to finish arriving. You create anticipation in the audience because they know how much time it's gonna take to start a session, and if you need to, you can change the timer and let the audience know how much time they have to wait. So if you need to adjust anything, you can easily do that with a press of a button and communicate to the audience in a professional way. And this creates excitement because this pre-show is something that when people see it, it's like they know that they are not in just another meeting. And what is a pre-show? A pre-show is the first scene of your presentation. It has your logo, a music, a countdown timer. And when you arrive at a session with this is the difference between arriving at an event and a meeting. When you arrived here earlier, if you arrived here earlier, you have seen my pre-show that looks like this. You can see that the music slowly fades in when I press the button for my pre-show. I can show a countdown timer and show people how much time it's going to take for the session to start. I can bring chat messages on screen and get people excited that it's going to start. And whenever I'm ready, I just press one button and I say hello everyone and welcome to the session. This is really professional. This is really powerful. This sets, look at the song as well. It just fades out automatically without you having to have a crew doing that for you, without you having to press nothing more than one button. And here's the thing, on Inside the Show, this is not just a nice touch. This is a core part of how to open a session. But I don't want you to take it for granted from me. I want you to hear from the members of Inside the Show what they have to say about the pre-show.
Hi, my name is Sun from Night Owl Nation, and this is how I start my Zoom sessions. So I have this one button that brings up my pre-show. I have 3 different sessions: Wednesday workshop, Sunday service, and Monday masterclass, and I can just switch back and forth between them. Usually I'll play some music and kind of warm people up here, and then when I'm ready to start, I'll just hit one button and boom. That's how I get started.
Now that I have a beautiful pre-show screen with a timer, with music, it's really life-changing because I feel like the session is so much more engaging from the start. Kate is in Bonnie, Scotland. Awesome. Same time zone. I'm in London right now, Kate. People have something to do when they land in the event. They feel included because their name is on the screen, their picture is on the screen when they ask a question.
Another thing, though, that I think is a small touch that made a really big impact was the ability to have a countdown timer with some really great music. And that really set the stage for what was going to come, an engaging and exciting presentation.
Welcome, everyone. Good morning. I can't imagine any presentation where that's not valuable. You don't get to have a clear established start if you don't have that, if you know what I mean. And they've actually done research and they find out for people who are teaching, if you do teacher ratings 15 seconds into the first lecture of the year, and then you do teacher ratings at the end of the year after teaching for 4 months, they're almost the same. You don't want that to be awkward conversation on a Zoom call. So I like having a pre-shows let you actually have a clear chance to make a first impression. That's what I love about the pre-shows, a clear chance to make a first impression.
What you are going to be building today. And this is just the beginning because I have even more things for you. So you're going to have a pre-show button that's going to start like that. You are going to have your logo slightly animating. You are going to have a music jumping, raising up. And whenever you're ready, you're going to press a button and you will be ready to start. This is what we are building today. And everything is gonna, I'm gonna walk you through how to do that. We are gonna use a software for that. That is called OBS Studio. But I know there are people that use other softwares, people that have never used anything like this before. So don't worry, here's the thing. I don't want you to follow along because this is not about following along. I'm gonna show you, demonstrate to you how to put things together, how it works. For everything that I'm going to demonstrate to you here, we are going to have a step-by-step guide ready for you to follow along after the session. So everything that I cover here and more is going to be on this step-by-step guide that you're going to follow through. And right now is a chance to see how things work. If you have never used OBS before, you are in for the best learning curve you are ever going to have. And if you have, you are OBS Studio Pro, you're going to learn the way that we run that the session, and in a way that you're going to do things on your sessions that you didn't do before. You're going to organize your sync collection in a way that you didn't before, and this will allow you to do even more things that you couldn't even think possible. And if you use vMix, Ecamm, or other things, other softwares, you're going to experience this week things that you cannot do in any of these softwares. So take this as an opportunity to experiment. Take this as an opportunity to discover what is possible to do in the virtual medium, because you're going to get out of this week with things that no one has ever seen in your industry. This is going to be very powerful. This is going to be simple, and you are learning it today. So OBS Studio. OBS Studio is a software. It's an open source software, which means that it's free. It's the most flexible software that you have for creating live productions. It works for Mac, for Windows. I use a Mac. Half of people inside the show uses Windows. So it's really half-half. Like, this is a great tool for both operational systems. And everything that you're going to learn works with both. And this is really great because this allows us to do things that no other software can. And what I most like about OBS Studio is the way that it allows you to create super cool animations. Usually, doing these animations, the kind of that I'm doing here, is really complex on a video editing software, like a professional grade one, like After Effects or Adobe Premiere. These softwares for video editing is way harder than OBS. So you're going to be doing things that it would take you way more time or money to do in a pause-edited video. And I'm talking from experience because I am a motion designer and software engineer by formation, and I'm used to all these complex softwares of live editing. I just wish that they were as simple as OBS. But I'm gonna be honest with you, the first time that I opened OBS, it was quite scary It wasn't something that, to be honest, when I opened OBS for the first time, I looked at it and I thought, nope, this is not for me. Too many panels, I don't know where to click, what to do. This is not gonna work. I closed it immediately. I opened OBS, I looked at it, and I said, no, not gonna do it. So I closed it. Then I started my quest to find a software that would do the kind of experience that I wanted. And after a lot of months trying to do it and not succeeding, I decided to give OBS a go. And that was when I discovered something enlightening. There isn't much for you to master on OBS in order to really take a lot of value from it. So today, I'm gonna teach you you're gonna learn the 3 steps, the 3 things. There is only 3 things that you need to master in order to become an OBS wizard. And these are scenes, sources, and filters. If you learn these 3 things here, you will become an OBS wizard. That's all you need to learn, and we are learning these today. So here's how we're going to work. This is OBS Studio, and the 3 things that I told you guys that you need to master are the scenes, sources, and filters. And the scenes, sources, and filters are right here. You have scenes right here, and you have sources right here. Look at that. Scenes, sources, and filter. So these are the 3 things that you need to master on OBS. These are the 3 panels that matter, okay? And what a scene. So if you, let me actually start with sources. So if you have ever used like a software like a posting a video on Instagram, and you have this little video editor that you can add stickers on top of it and move it around, the stickers would be sources. If you ever used Photoshop, the layers would be sources. So sources are literally just images, videos. Well, on OBS, you can add video as a source, you can add a web browser as a source, you can have several things that we don't normally have on Photoshop and other places that we can add as source, but they are all layers that you put on top of each other. So let's build something with these. I'm going to create right here a very simple pre-show. I want to just walk through the basic here. So I'm going to click on plus on this source panel, and I'm going to click on color source. And I'm going to call it BG as in background. And I'm going to, let me put a little blue in here. All right. No, don't like this one. Let me do a little bit darker. Okay, it's fine. So square, I can drag it anywhere. And if I turn on my virtual camera by pressing this button right here, on zoom, it's going to be available as a camera. So you would be a blue square at this point, which is not very useful. So let's build something useful. I have a Inside the Show logo here that I'm gonna just drag and drop into OBS. So let me take, there you go. So drag and drop, and I'm gonna resize it to the size of the composition, something like that. And okay, we built something. This, I'm gonna call it pre-show. There you go, pre-show. This is simple, but it's quick. Now, let's create another scene. A scene is another collection of sources. If I click on this button right here to add a scene, I'm gonna give it a name, and I'm gonna call it me, because this will be myself. I'm gonna add a video capture device, which means camera. I'm gonna add a camera to the composition, and I'm gonna call it just camera. And let me see which one is my camera here. Maybe this one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So there you go. I have my camera. Now, if I go to pre-show, look at that. Let me do one thing more. I'm gonna copy this logo. I'm gonna paste in here, and I'm going to put it right here. Look at that. And just like that, we have basically a pre-show, right? You can, this is your camera. This is how it would start on your sessions. This is what it would look like. Like you can start your sessions with a logo, with a background color, and then you can already start your session like that, really, really quickly. Really, really quickly. So what we're gonna do next, because with that you have mastered the scenes and source. You are more than halfway to becoming an OBS wizard. So what is left is filter. So let's look at the filters, right? So I'm gonna go to pre-show. Actually, I'm gonna copy my camera here, and I'm gonna paste it on pre-show. I'm gonna drag it below my logo. So I have the logo like that, but actually it would be cool if I had the background blue, but not solid, but transparent. This is where filters come in. So we're going to select the source that we want to make transparent. In this case, is the background. I'm going to click on filters, and we're going to modify a property of this element, the source. And I'm going to use the filter called color correction. And there is a bunch of filters that do a lot of different stuff. The color correction is the most straightforward one because it's like you can change brightness, gamma, saturation, hue, and you can really change whatever you want in the image, including making it transparent. So look at what it looks like. Wow, looks pretty professional. Okay, so I'm gonna hit close, and there we go. Look at that. This is already very, very professional, guys. And we did that in what? 2 minutes or so? So we have like here, your pre-show, and then you have your scene, and there you go. You are now an OBS wizard. This is exactly what you need to master, right? This is exactly what you need to master. But there is a problem. There is a problem. Because it's so easy, people go really fast and they start creating lots of scenes, lots of filters, lots of sources. And at some point they get really confused because there's so much going on in the presentation that they are afraid to use it live. And if you don't believe me, just what we did right here is a little bit messy and can cause huge problems. Because let's say that we are doing a presentation for Google, right? So I have the Google logo here, so I'm gonna hide the Inside the Show logo, and I'm gonna drag and drop the Google logo. Where is it? It's right here. Drag and drop the Google logo so you have a nice Google pre-show. See how quick it is? But we have a problem. What problem is it? Can you guys tell me in the chat what problem is it? Look at that, we got it. Robert, me has your logo. Look at that. I'm not presenting to Google, but I have the Inside the Show watermark, and let's say that I wanted the Google watermark. And this gets even worse because let's say, okay, so I just need to come in here and do like cop the Google. Is not a big deal. We can just like, let me just hide the message. We can just copy the logo and make it again. It's not a big deal. So let's do this. And we'll make it small and done. Yeah, why such a fuss, right? So it's done, it's fixed it. But imagine you have several different scenes and you forgot just one. It takes just one for you to mess up your presentation. And it gets problematic. Let's say that I want to crop so I appear, so the lamp, let's say the lamp is a part of my room that is messy, I don't want to show. So I can crop it in OBS, just like that, really simply, by drag and dropping. So I'm not showing the lamp, which is the mess part of my room. But then I go to the pre-show and I'm showing the lamp because the camera here is different than the camera here. So very quickly, you end up with something really messy. And this is really a big problem. So we've come up with an emoji convention, something for you to use when you are designing your scenes. And this makes a huge difference for you to create a scene collection and use a scene collection that is something that is actually going to carry on with you without you having to restart your scene collection several times. Because very often people just doesn't work anymore. Like they have to abandon their scene collection because of how complex it became. So this emoji convention is pretty simple. You're going to use red circles for things that you want to use on your session, to use on live on your session. And you are going to use padlock for things that you want to configure the scenes. So for example, your camera is a configuration scene. It appears in multiple places, in multiple spots. So you need your camera, you can have a camera that is one way in one side, another way in another side, right? So this is how we create this in the convention, use the emoji convention. I'm gonna actually open up my notes app right here to be able to copy these. And I'm gonna copy the emoji, click to rename the scene, and I'm gonna add a little red dot here. And I'm gonna click to rename and add a red dot right here as well. So we got red dots. These are the two scenes that we are building, so we will want to use that live. But when it comes to our camera, we have our camera here, we have our camera right here as well. So if it's duplicate, we want to extract it in its own scene. We're gonna copy that, and we're gonna create a new scene. And I'm gonna copy the padlock emoji this time, and the padlock emoji, copy it. I'm going to add to the beginning of the name, and I'm gonna name it camera. And I'm gonna move it to the bottom, leave the red dots, circles at, leave the red dots at the top. So these are the scenes that you're using live. And we are going to copy and paste the camera in here. So let's copy, let's paste. There you go, the camera. So let me make it regular size by resizing it. And if you guys think I'm going a little bit too fast, again, we have step by step, but hold on, just watch, because I have a surprise for you, okay? To camera, I'm gonna use the camera. Instead of using this camera right here, I'm gonna delete it, because we don't want this anymore. I'm gonna hit delete, yes. And I'm gonna add a scene. So this is the cool thing about OBS. A scene can also be a source. So we just created a scene, padlock camera, and we are going to use it as a source. So we're going to click on camera, and now we are moving it here. I'm going to copy this scene, which is a source. I'm going to paste in here in the place of the camera. I'm going to delete this camera right here. And now we have a camera on the pre-show and our camera scene also here. If we change, for any reason, we change the size of the camera, we're going to hide the lamp again. And we go to the me scene, we can see that the logo appear right here. And we go to the pre-show, look at that, it's the same size because it's exactly the same element. If we go to camera and we resize it back to original size, we immediately go to me scene and the pre-show, and they're exactly the same. Now we just need to do the same thing with the logo. So I'm going to copy the logo. I'm going to create a new scene, and I'm going to call it padlock logo. And I'm going to drag it below. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to delete it from here. I'm going to add it as a source. Right here. And I'm going to do the same thing, delete this logo because this is the direct image. We don't want that. And I'm going to add a scene, which is going to be the logo scene. There you go. So now if I go to the me, look at that. We have the logo. I'm going to copy the Inside the Show logo. I'm going to move it to logo. And if I show the Inside the Show logo and hide the Google, look at that. We immediately switch it, the watermark and the main logo to Inside the Show. So the emoji convention that we use, this gives you confidence that what you need to happens at the exact same time, because oftentimes this is something that really gets in the way. So we are going to experiment in practice this week how to use the emoji convention. And I was also in a podcast And it was a podcast of video engineers, of audio engineers, and I was showing the Inside the Show tools and workflows, the things that we do on Inside the Show. And it was funny because like 10 minutes before the session, I was live on Zoom. I had my OBS ready to go. And I decided to change the logo and do something that instead of like putting the Inside the Show logo, I decided to put the Office Hours logo, which is the name of the podcast. And this didn't go unnoticed. When we did that, they commented on it right away.
It's adjusted automatically, so the performer doesn't have to do anything. And instead of, in place of people, we can place some logos that they customize for the company they are presenting or performing and talking.
JJ McKenna, San Rafael, back. Do you usually use the Office Hours logo as your placeholder?
Always. That's my default.
Good little ad for our show. It's fun.
So this is exactly what we do when we are showing the gallery around that you guys have been seeing. When there isn't enough people around us, we put logos on place of it. So you can actually use this scene even if you are not on a 24/5 people call or more. And this is what you need to become an OBS wizard. Master these 3 things. This is what you need. But here's the thing. It gets even better. Because you are not going to start from scratch. You're not going to start from scratch. You are actually going to start from the scene collection that we have created for you. So I told you guys that we have prepared a scene collection, that we have prepared some materials that we were going to share with you. And I want to show you this right now. This is going to be a material that you are going to have access to right after this session. So you're not going to start from scratch. You're going to start from this scene collection right here. So you're going to notice that this scene collection right here, it has a few familiar themes. You have the red dot emoji indicating what scene it is. You have the padlock emojis. And to actually start using these, all you got to do is, if you want to change your camera, like this is not what you want to use as a camera, you go to the camera 1 scene. You hide the padlock, you add a video capture card right here. And then you go to the missing. And look at that, you have the logo come up here and your pre-show. So let me show you the pre-show. Let me actually, like the logo is the same thing. You have the Inside the Show logo here. You're going to hide, delete, and you're going to add your own logo. Let me show you what the pre-show looks like. Did you guys see that? There's a song that increases automatically without you having to do anything. And the logo has a slightly cool animation. You're going to be able to customize. You're going to be able to write a message. Welcome everyone, live in the screen. You're going to be able to change the colors, and we have step-by-step for you ready to go of how to customize your pre-show that we are going to release for you right after this session. So this is how you're going to start. And whenever you're ready, you just press 1 button and voila, you're ready. Did you guys see that? Look at how cool that is. Like, you're going to be having your logo here. Welcome everyone. And whenever you're ready, you press 1 button and boom, logo goes to the side and you are ready to start your presentation. This is what we are giving for you. And a core part of that is the emoji convention that we use. So red dots, don't forget, is scenes to use live. And the padlocks are scenes to compose other scenes, scenes that configure other scenes. Look at what we did today. I did it from scratch, but I'm going to give you a huge heads up during this week with the material that we have prepared for you. And I did this live because I wanted you to see how easy it is, how powerful it is, and how quick it will be for you to start implementing it in your sessions. And I gotta tell you, I have a lot of more surprises for you. If you like that, just wait, because I have a lot more surprises for you. And as I promised, everything that we are showing here has a step-by-step guide. So if you go to the community, you will find a step-by-step lessons menu right here. If you click on it, you are going to see the step-by-step material right here. And look at that, guys. Like, you get a get up and running part which is 10 minutes. You have a customizing delivery, which is 16 minutes. So in no time, you're going to put this together and you are going to transform a meeting into an online stage. And everything that we are doing here is preparing us for what is coming next. Because next session, you will unlock a whole new level of variety, of pattern break workflows, of bringing the audience into the screen, of bringing slides into the mix, and a few more surprises that I'm going to reveal really soon for you guys. All right, so this is all happening this week. And these are elements that really gonna impact the engagement of your sessions, of your audience, the connection that you have with your audience. And this will help you deliver your message more clearly and in a more powerful way. Next session on Thursday, you're gonna learn how to take interaction to the next level, the ITS way, the Inside the Show way. Learning the main channels of interaction that we have different channels of interaction, how to plan those with purpose, and how to make them work for you in a really powerful way. We are building layer upon layer to create a really interactive and highly engaging experience that will take your sessions to a whole new level. And as you go through this week and complete each of these steps that we are going to give you, you not only build an amazing production for your sessions at the end, but you will be unlocking very cool surprises. We are going to reward those who are participating. So don't take this passively. This is a hands-on week, and those who participate are going to win lots of rewards and surprises. So stay tuned for that and participate during this week. And this is just the beginning, guys. You can absolutely do this no matter your experience level. Just trust the process, do the activities, and follow the steps that we are having here today. So we're going to do a Q&A very shortly. So I want you guys to send your messages in the chat. If you haven't yet, this is the time for you to send messages on the chat. And again, the step-by-step that you're going to do now, that's your goal. Do the step-by-step is on the community, already available for you right here. Step-by-step lessons that you unlock when you go to onboarding. Well, not immediately. If you go there, it will be shortly after the session is going to be unlocked for you guys. But go there in the community, make the most of it. The step-by-steps are also on our iPhone app. So if you want to go through the lessons in your iPhone, on your Android, you can do as well. And I've got a homework for you. You got a homework, and the homework is going to be posting your pre-show, your customized pre-show in our pre-show Hall of Fame. So on the community, you're going to find the pre-show Hall of Fame, and you are going to click in here and you're going to click on new post. And when you do that, you're going to upload the pre-show. So you're going to customize, you're going to do the step-by-step lessons. You're going to customize the pre-show. You're going to record like a short video, 15 seconds. And we will have the directions for that, of how to record, how to save the file, how to grab the file, how to upload it. We got you all covered. You're going to record and upload here to the pre-show Hall of Fame. And we are going to be rewarding you and giving a few surprises for those who take action. Okay, so don't leave it for later. I wanted to do this by the next session. So next session is the time for we to take the stage. We're going to take the platforms and start using it the ITS way. Because like we learned today, the platforms are designed for meetings. Even Zoom is designed for meeting, but you can burn the meeting room environment and you can transform it into an online stage. That's what we're doing. We are learning how to transform the platform into an online stage. And we are going to be focusing on Zoom because this is the best platform for running virtual audience experience that you will ever find. You're going to learn why and during this week. But basically, it allows you a level of interaction, of audience connection that you cannot get in other places. And Let me see a question here. One question, but does Felipe activate the animations, or is there someone who helps him with that behind the scenes? It looks like it, right? I know it looks. And this is also something that people do not believe. How is this happening, right? It's like magic, and that's what we're learning today. This week is how to do magic online. So there is a couple of different ways you can do that. Like you have controllers that you can have that no one sees, and I can go more in details on the Q&A. But this is, for example, a Stream Deck pedal. I've got one down here, so I can control things without you guys seeing. And we have created several workflows to make it super easy to do amazing flow of presentations on Inside the Show. And I'm using one right now that we have just released, which is, well, you're going to learn all about it very soon. But yes, I'm controlling, and right now I'm using, for example, this flick button right here, which is this little device that, this is the Inside the Show flick button. It's a customized flick button, limited edition, but you have the regular one that you can buy on the website, their website, flick button, look like that. And I'm controlling things with this. So when I press next slide, it brings up exactly what I need on screen. And I can talk more about that as we go along, but I have a second homework for you guys. And the homework is optimizing Zoom for virtual presentations. Because as you learned, Zoom doesn't come straight out of the box ready to run your sessions. You have to change it, optimize it to run your sessions. And because of that, we are using we have created a guide for you. And this guide is available on the community right here. So you have the onboarding guide, the resources. This is the onboarding where you're gonna unlock the resource vault. Resource vault is right here. And then you're gonna find preparing Zoom for virtual audience experiences. So here you can follow the steps. This is going to configure your Zoom for virtual presentations, and no, this is not going to conflict with anything. If you run meetings, it's going to be fine. You're going to enhance the image quality of your meetings. You're going to unlock a few controls that makes it. They are super important for presentations, not make a lot of difference for meetings, but for presentations, they're going to make a lot of difference. So make sure to go. For some of these configurations, you will need Zoom Pro. For most of them, you don't need Zoom Pro. You can have the free account. And whenever you're ready, of course, you will need Zoom Pro because it's limited in 40 minutes if you don't. And this is what I wanted to do by the next week. So I want you guys to go to the community, make sure that you are in the community, that you unlock the onboarding. And if you guys have WhatsApp, you can join our WhatsApp VIP group where we are going to have first-hand information about the week. During the week, we're going to notify you so that you don't miss any new extra resource that is released. You're the first to know when we release a new resource. You're the first to know when we are about to go live, and you don't miss anything during this week. So if you want to stay tuned for everything that is happening during this week, you can join the WhatsApp group. And we also have a calendar here, events section, where you can add to your calendar the next event. So we have Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, same time as this one. We're going to have the next event. And on Sunday, we're going to have our last event of the masterclass. And within these, alongside working with the material that we're going to get you, working with everything that we have prepared for you this week and the resources, the bonus resources that we will release to you guys, we are going to make a really great week, and you're going to get out of it with something really amazing. So let's go to the Q&A, shall we? And let me take my phone here. And let's see what questions you guys have for me. So let me bring up the chat. All right, so Lolly is asking, he said previously that the teleprompter is a second monitor. I'm thinking, where do you read the script? So I don't have a script, I have bullet points. to make sure that I'm on point and that what I need to say is what I'm saying. So I have a little 1-2 words bullet points that are on my prompter and are synced with my slides. So whenever I advance my slides, and for example, in this presentation, I only showed you guys a couple of slides, but I have 100 slides. You have seen 15, maybe 20 slides. But I have invisible slides that just have speaker notes. And this speaker notes is where I have my bullet points. And this is one of the workflows that we use inside the show to make sure that we stay on do our best when we are presenting live. Can you have a couple of different pre-shows if you are working with different clients, have a different look and feel, or only one? You totally can have different look and feel work pre-show. You can also, this is just a scene, like you can create another scene and create different kinds of pre-shows. And you can also customize the logo, like you can have a list of companies' logo on the logo padlock scene, and whenever you're presenting to one, you just press a button and it will trigger the correct one for you. So this is something that you can do as well. Like you can have one, but instantly customize it. Or you can take your time, create different pre-shows and have one pre-show for each company as well. Totally possible. What is the cost for this learning? So hopefully you don't pay anything because this is free. And we are putting a lot of value in this. Like seriously, guys, this is not something that you will find on Udemy, like the resource that you are going to access right now when we finish this session. There's nothing close to it you're going to find on Udemy or any other place online. We are really sharing a big part of Inside the Show with you guys, the 20% that make the maximum impact. So make use of this week, and it's going to be truly valuable. We are opening up a part of Inside the Show for you guys. Which deck do you use? Well, I use a few. So I have to be honest with you, I'm a little bit of a Stream Deck addicted. So I've got every single model of the Stream Deck that there is. And I like to try them out. I like to experiment with it. But today, my entire presentation was run on a Stream Deck with 15 keys, a Stream Deck pedal, and this flick button right here. 3 things. That's the only thing that I use it. And what I'm gonna teach you guys, you will only require one Stream Deck. And you don't even need to buy it, because you can transform your phone into a Stream Deck. So you're gonna start with the tools that you have, with the computer that you have, with the camera you have, everything you have. You don't have to spend on expensive equipment or anything to get value from this week. And I will have more details as we go along. Just follow through, do the activities and do the steps that we are giving you guys. You're gonna get a ton of value. Do you have a green screen behind you? Well, I think this is the proof that I don't. This is not a green screen at all. So this is the plaque that we give for members that reach 100 hours presenting in the ITS way, in the Inside the Show style. We've got a lot of members that have gone past this mark. We have a couple that have gone past the mark of 500 hours, and 1 or 2 that have reached 1,000 hours presenting with the Inside the Show way, which is crazy. And which Stream Deck is the best to start with? I see there is one with 15 key buttons and one with 32. So I'll give you a spoiler right away. If you can wait, just wait before you buy anything, because on Sunday session, I'm gonna walk you through flow, how to structure your presentation and why you will need to control your presentation like magic. So if you can wait until there, wait, because you're gonna learn a lot of things that is gonna be valuable for you and help you decide what you will buy. If you like is a gadget junkie and you want to get it right away, get the 15 keys one. I'll have more details why, but the 32 is too big for you to be able to create flow. The 15 keys is perfect because it's the size of your hand, and I'm going to show you some really cool workflows that you can do only with it. That's going to make your life even easier. So we have Eddie. I have a whole TV studio and don't use it because the complexity. I can totally relate. I can totally understand that. So this means that with OBS, I can use my equipment to do my lessons. Yes. We have Edu do Rosario from Netherlands. He runs a Teams project where he do a lot of activities to professionalize them, and they have like a TV studios set to do like really big broadcast things. But he was missing something that was the ability to just open his laptop and do a really engaging presentation. And with Inside the Show, with the methods that we are going to share, you're going to be capable of doing. You can have a big studio with lots of equipment. You can have your computer and turn on your camera. You're going to be able to create an engaging experience either way. We have designed these, remember, first for magicians. And magicians are doing like card tricks and props, and they have to control everything. And in the pandemic, you couldn't have another person in the team helping you out pressing buttons, right? And we designed everything for them to do what they do and control the experience by themselves. So if you're not a magician, it's going to be a ton way easier for you, because you will not have props in your hand and cards and people are watching every single movement that you do. You're not going to have this problem. It's going to be much easier. So don't worry about that. We have Tyson. I have built my presentation in Canvas. It's about 240 slides. Is it possible to upload this into OBS or do I have to build it inside OBS? No, not at all. You can totally use Canva like any slideshow application that you have. Keynote, PowerPoint, Google Slides, Canva, whatever you use, you can use on OBS. You don't have to rebuild anything. And you're going to see it on Tuesday, indeed. You're going to see how to bring your slides into OBS, whatever software you use. So Ahmed is saying, I know you recommend the 15 keys Stream Deck. Why do you prefer that over the larger one? I will go more in details on Sunday, on the flow session, but I can tell you that for two big reasons. One is because the 15 keys is the size of your hand, so you can easily press the buttons. And while the 32 buttons one, it's just too many buttons for you to look down and know exactly where to press. It's a lot of decision that you have to make. So we want to eliminate the decision to enhance the time that it takes for you to take action. And the second thing is that there is a feature that only this 15 keys Stream Deck have, which is a little indentation in the middle key, just like the F and J keys on your keyboard. Right now, if you look to the F and J keys, they have a little bump. And this bump we have only in the middle of the 15 keys Stream Deck. That's the only Stream Deck that has it. And we're going to see a workflow to leverage it to control Stream Deck, control OBS, and Zoom without even looking. Okay, it's going to be pretty cool. So watch out for that. If you, again, just wait till Sunday until you buy anything. If you can't, hold on, your gadget junk, you want to get it right away, get the 15 keys. If you are in love with another model of Stream Deck, what I can tell you is that the 15 keys should be your first Stream Deck. Okay, if you want to buy another one, you have to buy the 15 keys in and the other one you want. Like, I love the pedal. But again, you don't need to buy anything. You can transform your phone into a Stream Deck, and that's how I want everyone to start if you don't have a Stream Deck already. So Fabian, do we have a possible time frame for ITS Producer? Not yet. Like, this is in experimentation mode, so hopefully by the end of the year we should be ready to announce it. But this is in the experimentation mode. I want to make sure that this is perfect. This is the version of Inside the Show, my flagship program on helping you transform online sessions into incredible audience experiences that you can run all by yourself. The ITS Producer is the version when you want to produce other people. You don't want to present in front of a camera. You want to control what other people are doing. And this is coming up, but we're looking into the end of the year right now. So we have Xian. Question, is there a way to use Flick button to cycle through two OBS scenes? Yes, of course. Well, the simple way to get, it's easier for Mac than it is for Windows, unfortunately. The Flick button is very difficult to use on Windows, unless you are a member of Inside the Show, because we have created some tools that make it easy. But it's straight out of the box. Sometimes it doesn't connect to the Windows computer. But for Mac, it's simply connecting the Flick button to the Bluetooth of the Mac, and it acts as a hotkey. So if you press, it's going to trigger a hotkey. If you double press, it's going to trigger other hotkeys. So you can cycle between two scenes by pressing and double pressing. So can I use OBS for webinars or live stream on Zoom or only on meetings? You can use it in webinars, on streaming. You can use it on YouTube. You can use it on Instagram, Facebook, WebEx, anywhere. Google Meets, Microsoft Teams, you can use it anywhere. There are some particular, some things that are particular to each platform that will work best in one better than the other. And I'm gonna go in detail about that on the next session. But you can use whatever you build on OBS in several different places, even recording tutorials on YouTube, for example. So question, if we change Zoom Business to 1080p, how much could this affect participants on lower bandwidth? So Zoom does it automatically, but as of right now, the 1080p is not really happening. It only happens when every single person in the session is on equipment that supports 1080p. If they join on an Android device, for example, it's not compatible with 1080p. It's not gonna not only deliver 720p, which is the lower one for this Android, but for everyone else in the call. So unless you are looking into 1080p for meetings, like one-on-one and etc., going for the business for 1080p is not going to happen on large meetings, large sessions, because there's always someone on their phone, and it's going to lower the resolution for everyone. So I don't think it's worth it. I asked this before and I was still confused. How do you activate posting into the chat? This is one of the OBS plugins that we use, and this has an integration directly with what we build inside the show to make it plug and play, because usually these things are very complex to use, and we made it really simple for you to plug and play and start using. So this is one of the capabilities that OBS has, allowing people to develop plugins. And I do plugins as well. You're going to have access to some of the tools that I built this week. I'm pretty excited to share it with you for the first time, a new tool that we have never released before. I have Angie, how do you go through the slides? I can go through the slides using the pedal, using the flick button, like this one. I can use the Stream Deck, this device right here. So I go through this. Right now I'm using the flick button. So I have one flick button and I go through the slides. And yeah, that's basically how I control the slides. Is it possible to use OBS and up-level our presentations without a ton of equipment? Totally, yes. I want you to experience it. Like right now, this week, I want you to get just your laptop, your computer, and get the webcam that you have and follow through the materials that we are going to give you. And you're going to do just that. So I'm not seeing a lot of these menus in the group. Will they be added later? Yes, right after this session. So I'm going to close the Q&A and I'm going to open all these sections for you guys. Do you always use only one PC? So in my situation, I'm teaching OBS Studio while using OBS Studio. So it's a little bit meta. So I used a second computer just because of that. But it's not necessary. Like I think everyone else on Inside the Show don't use a second computer because they don't have this characteristic of teaching OBS using OBS. So one computer is all you need. How do I get audio from OBS to play through Zoom without having to share screen and sound? Is there an add-on for OBS that will allow me to use virtual mic like OBS Virtual Camera? You can also actually use what is called virtual cables. That's what I'm using right now, but it's very advanced. And I usually don't recommend that because there is a lot of settings that you need to change. And Zoom does a really good job at eliminating noises. And that has a noise suppression that is really good. And when you use something like the virtual cables for OBS, you have to take care of your noise. You have to make sure that your mic is perfect, or that you have your own noise canceling software. It's way more complex. So clicking on share audio only is the best way that I recommend everyone on doing on Zoom. Mario, all the things you display, like your Q&A image and messages, are all programmed into your Stream Deck, or are scenes or sources OBS activated by Stream Deck? So there's a couple different ways that you can do that. I'm going to show you guys how to activate them using the Stream Deck. I'm using something that is brand new to Inside the Show. Not even the members have access to it yet. We created it a couple months ago. We're going to release it very soon for Inside the Show members. And it's a way for you to program your scene sources and animations to happen in synchronization with your slide. So every video that I had to show you guys today, basically I had a speaker note saying, video is coming, this specific video is coming. So when I press it next slide on my flick, the video just played. So 90% of my controls this session was pressing this button here. I just had to put everything in order and just press the button. But again, this is really literally brand new, just out of the oven. It's going to take 1 or 2 months for us to release to all Inside the Show members. I'm going to teach you the way to do the same thing using the Stream Deck. I have a specific workflow that we are going to use on Stream Deck to make it so easy to switch scenes, to trigger sources, that you're going to be doing that without looking. It's going to be pretty cool. So we have Shane. How can you add speaker notes to teleprompter while also having the Zoom attendance grid there too? So I actually have 2 monitors in front of me and the teleprompter in the middle. So the gallery is on the left. In front of me, I see myself, and I see the speaker notes in an overlay. So it's a presenter's view. It's a secret view where I can see your chat big on camera. When I bring it up on screen, I can see the slide notes, and I create a view with OBS just for me. And this is something that we might share a little bit these Masterclass week. We are still deciding, but this is something that we might share this Masterclass week. So do you have more than one screen? I do. I have 2 computers, so I do have 1 big monitor for each. And then I have 2 monitors in front of me and a prompter. I have a material that I'm gonna release, which is a walkthrough my studio. So you guys are gonna have access to that, and you'll see every single detail about the studio. But again, you don't need a studio. You don't need like fancy equipment to get started. I don't want you guys to think that, because what we're doing are things that you can start right away with what you have, and this will create a tremendous impact already. So James, on the top notes, is there a way to see speaker notes in Keynote while presenting slides in the little pop-up slides next to you in the screen? If so, can you mention how and how to do this either today or in the future session? I have a step-by-step instruction just for that coming out in the future session this week. So we have already recorded it. It's already ready to go. I'm going to release this week for you guys how to play the slides in a little pop-up window, so that you can, instead of taking the whole monitor when you present, you take a little part of your monitor and you have space to put other things, and you can see your notes as well. This is coming. Sean, is this method equally effective with virtual backgrounds? Definitely. Alan Marriott, who is our support squad leader and the guy that you're going to be seeing these step-by-step guides, he is using a green screen. But just to correct myself, we just said virtual background, not green screen. Virtual background on Zoom you cannot use. This is not going to work. If you want to use something that you're changing your background, you will need a green screen. this is just more professional, and the level that we have on with virtual background nowadays is not the level that we can get with a green screen. And so we and the virtual background that is activated on Zoom will mess up with the slides, with everything. So you cannot use virtual background on Zoom when you're using this method. But if you want to change your background, you're going to see Alan Marriott on these tutorials, these step-by-step guides, and you can see what results he has with a green screen, which I think is pretty good. Eliza, how are you controlling the Q&A session with your phone OBS app? This is an app that is from an OBS plugin, and the message come here. I can also control with the Stream Deck buttons, or I can go to my main computer. Since I'm sitting down right here now talking to you guys, I'm controlling these with the phone, which is easier. I usually build my slides in PowerPoint and use animated builds. Can I still present them through OBS without turning each slide into a static image? Yes, you can. You're going to do this week. On Thursday, you're going to do that. Arnold, how are you now sharing the chat questions on screen, or is your team sharing? Let me share it with you right here. So this is what I'm seeing, and I can just click on the messages and they are going to pop up on screen, just like that. So why was your camera intake named Elgato OBS while you actually use a professional camera set? I use a video capture card from Elgato, the CamLink 4K, so I'm able to use the Elgato virtual camera on the CamLink. So I have a professional camera connected to the CamLink, and then I can use the Elgato virtual camera. And this allows me to do some adjustments on the brightness and some adjustments on the contrast right away. And I didn't want to go into details about how to do that on OBS today, because it would be a little bit more complex. So I'm using because you totally can change your brightness, contrast, and etc. on OBS. It's very similar to the color source that we did today, but you have more controls. So I did that on the Elgato software beforehand. So when I connect the camera, it had already the brightness and contrast that I wanted. So Gianmarco, why does my screen look blurry or low quality on Zoom when I share it using OBS? Thanks a lot for sharing these. It is now it's a no-brainer for me. So Gianmarco, I have just released it on YouTube, a video exactly on that. So if you look at I'm pretty sure the last video that I published on YouTube is exactly the step-by-step to make sure that when you share content on OBS, it doesn't look blurry. And there's several steps that you need to take, because again, these things are optimized for meetings. If you want to make sure that you are presenting, and when you're presenting, the quality is important, you need to prepare the meeting to become a stage. So look for my last YouTube video, and you're going to see the answer to how to present on OBS without being blurry on screen. Alexander Machi, it looks like most of these cool things we don't need to be on Zoom host to do that. No, you don't. But are there features where we would absolutely need host privileges? So for everything that we are doing today, the only thing that you need is to be spotlighted, like I am. Like we have hundreds of people in the call, but to make sure that you guys are seeing me and not a bunch of people in the call, I am spotlighted. So even if you're not the host, if you can have the host spotlight you, you're going to be able to do everything that you're going to be doing this week. And on Inside the Show, we have built even more tools to make running presentations even more cool and more powerful. And we have specific tools that require you to be co-host or host, and like spotlighting people with the press of button, and controlling the session with the Stream Deck buttons. So then you need to co-host, and I'm going to talk more about those later on. And we have Cassie. I'm curious, how do you choose specific users in the comments in Zoom to show up when pulling up your comments animation in live? So, sorry, let me do it again. I'm curious, how do you choose specific users in the comments in Zoom to show when pulling up comments animation in the live. So this is again using an OBS plugin that we have modified on Inside the Show to be plug and play. Usually this plugin is very complex to set up, and on Inside the Show we have created a tool that makes it plug and play, so we use this a lot in our sessions. So Mark, in NobsBot Tiny Camera, is a NobsBot Tiny Camera suitable for showing magic or on a table as an overhead shot, and then to show a full body or close-up? Yes, definitely. You just need to be careful with camera movement when you're doing magic, of course, because otherwise people will think that you're hiding something. Like if you go to your camera, then go to your hands, and go to your face again, and go to your hands, people will think that you did something while they were not seeing you. But aside from that of course you know because you're a magician, you can totally use the OBSBot, any of the OBSBot cameras to show your hands, do your card tricks, and then show your face again. This works just perfectly. And we do have some members, some Inside the Show team members that are magicians that use OBSBot as well for that. So this is awesome, guys. So we have gone through the questions here on the Q&A. If you do have more questions, you can totally ask me. We are going to have the Ask Felipe and the team right here, ready for you. You can come here and you can go to Ask Felipe and the team, and which is going to be available right after this session. And you are going to, right now, do your homework, right? So that you have your Zoom guide to do. So again, right here, you have the Zoom guide. If you go to the resource vault after onboarding, and we have the pre-show Hall of Fame, that when you follow the step-by-step guide right here, which is going to be released very shortly, you are going to be directed and see how to do the homework one. You're going to be posting that. And on Thursday, we are going to dive into how to take your delivery to the next level, start using interaction elements in your session. This is going to be pretty fun. This is going to be pretty awesome. So to finish off, I want to do an experiment with you guys. So if you guys want to appear, I'm going to take a photo with all of us. If you guys want to appear on the photo, just raise your hand on the Zoom button. Raise your hand on the Zoom button if you want to appear on the photo. Let's see you guys. So the first 25 people to do that are the first 25 people that are going to appear in the photo. So all of you that did that first, I want you to strike a pose in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and let's go. And again. And again. The camera was wrong. I wasn't expecting the camera to be out of place. Look at that, no. Oh no. Let's do it one more time. Let's do one more time. Let me put this camera correct. Stay here. Okay. So I'm gonna give a second chance for you guys. So here's the thing. I'm gonna either way give a chance for all you guys to try again raising your hand before anyone. But if you go to the chat, you will see that I just posted the link to these photos right now. So you can click on the chat, get the photos that we just took. I'm going to take another one. I'm going to lower everyone's hands, and I'm going to take a second photo with my camera correct this time. So raise your hand. Let's see who is going to appear in the photo. Okay, so there you go, different side of people. So I want you guys to strike a pose in 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go. There you go, second one. And last one. There you go, now you work it. Awesome. And the photos are again, oh no, I didn't change the camera. Anyway, this is fine. This is fine, we will go with that. It's too difficult to control that and press. It was simple when I practiced, but no, you have to practice a little bit more. But there you go, the photos are on the chat as well. Post on social media and share on at Felipe Nardi and I would love to see you tagging me in the photos if you were lucky enough to appear first. So thank you everyone for joining today, and I'll see you on Thursday. Bye bye guys.